Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of Rory Sutherland. You've seen the picture in the thumbnail. Rory Sutherland is what you could call a marketing guru. He's someone who understands issues. He's someone who says, sometimes the obvious answer is the wrong answer, and sometimes something that you think is really weird is the best thing to do. And he gives an example of a very tall, high building, and people complaining that it took too long for the lift to arrive. And the guy that owned the building simply installed mirrors beside each lift. Rather than spending millions of pounds building faster lifts, he put mirrors beside each lift. And the problem went away. People stopped complaining because instead of just pushing the button and waiting, they push the button, stand back, and then just check themselves out in the mirror, and then the lift would arrive, and the complaints dropped 90%. Genius marketing, see? Look at what the problem is and change the problem. Don't look for a solution to the problem, change the problem. The problem now is, do I look all right? Am I going out in the street? Rather than, God, this lift's taking a long time. See? Brilliant idea. It's things like that. And that's what this guy does. He looks for alternative solutions, or where there isn't one, he looks to change the problem. And he's come out with a wonderful little thing. It's a new theory, and he's calling it the Ginger Rogers theory. And I'm going to go through this and take you through his reasoning, and it's genius. Now, I'm going to say here, he is being very tongue-in-cheek, right? This is not scientific or anything like that, but it is funny. So, ladies, please bear with me. There's a new theory over climate change, and that is that it's all the fault of women. And when you follow the logic, you see this. It makes as much sense as all the other ones, so let's investigate it. But it is the latest hypothesis, and it is funny, and it is tongue-in-cheek. No one is taking it seriously. They're just having a laugh with it. But I think it goes like this. It's what they're calling gynocentric climate change. Climate change is all driven by women. This theory holds that, and I'm going to have to read a little bit to you in a moment, but its theory holds that the planet is warming due to women who are principally to blame. Now, not only do they heat their homes hotter than men do, and places of work and whatever, women like it warmer than men. And unfortunately, ladies, that is a proven scientific fact. It's also women who drive the uplift of consumerism and of pointless, senseless, material consumerism. Fashion, for example. You can't just have one or two pairs of shoes. You've got to have 27 pairs of shoes. Then there's this fashion has changed. You've got to go out and rebuy all your clothes. And cotton, which uses an awful lot of water, has to be transported from where it's grown to somewhere else, to somewhere else, to somewhere else. And it goes 3 times around the world before you put it on. You wear it 3 times and then you throw it in the bin. Things like that. The amount spent worldwide on female fashion and beauty products exceeds worldwide expenditure on education. That is a stunning example of waste, ladies. Buy some proper clothes and wear them a lot more. When the world is spending more on women's fashion than it is on education, you know we're in trouble. And it is also women who are responsible for valuable resources, which could be devoted to making ever larger televisions or craft beer, being squandered on making Farrow and Ball paint and rosé wine. Yes, we'd rather have bigger TVs. We'd rather have more craft beer than Farrow and Ball paint and rosé wine. It's a brilliant argument. My wife likes the rosé wine. I don't. I'm a red wine drinker. What have we got here? Villa Maria Red. I'll tell you, it's a lovely little Merlot, this one. I haven't quite finished it. Don't often have spare wine. I think that was bottle number 3 yesterday. So, yeah, no wonder I didn't get back to the back end of it. Anyway, they're calling this the Ginger Rogers theory of information. And they're saying that it appeals to men. This theory appeals to men and it'll annoy women. But some ideas will propagate, you see, because they're much more attractive to certain groups, pre-existing prejudices, that sort of thing. Information that runs counter to one's worldview is rejected. Things that you like, you accept. It's called confirmation bias. But it is a genuine thing, and it is absolutely real in terms of the facts of what have been stated about the Ginger Rogers theory. Because everyone wants to look like Ginger Rogers. You want to have the latest fashion, got to have the lipstick, got to do right? It's all very nice and very attractive. But the facts used are actually true facts. That's what makes it compelling. But what he's saying is that you have to give credence to information that goes against what you think based on the source. So, for example, if you saw a thing in The Guardian, the most left-wing paper, that said that gun ownership reduces burglary rates, you'd apply a lot more belief to that. You think, my God, even if The Guardian are saying that, it must be true. And things like that. So it's there. So you've got to just not take what's being said genuinely. Just be prepared to accept things. But do think critically. But the Ginger Rogers theory holds up in terms of factual truth. But of course, it's not the whole story. Why do women want to look good? They want to look good because they're trying to attract men. Why do women like nice paints on the wall? Because they want the house to be nice. Now, this isn't any feminism, sexism, or anything like that. This is deep ingrained in human beings. Here's the thing. Makeup. We talked about makeup in the theory. They've dug up the bodies of Neanderthals. And they've found little pouches with the females. And inside the little pouches, they've found crushed berries and fat mixed together. Pig fat and crushed berries. And it took a long time to work out what it was. And they realised. Rouge. Neanderthal women wore makeup. That's how deeply ingrained makeup is in the female psyche. And why? To attract a mate. Nothing you can do about it, ladies. It's part of your genetic makeup, part of your imbued sort of cognitive memory, that generational memory that goes down. So men are just as bad. It's men who drive the women to do the things that they do. So you see, it's the cognitive bias, isn't it? Yes, it's bloody women. But then ask why the women are doing it. But I like the theory. But it's not right, of course. It's all bollocks. But it is fun. Thanks very much. Bye.